Hello, this is John Daly from SF Home Deals. A friend of mine was selling their house and they had told me their numbers they expected to get. And I said, well, what about closing costs? Who's paying for that? And they were surprised to hear about all these extra costs that are involved with selling a house. So I decided to make this video and hopefully it'll help some of you out there get a better understanding of what costs you can expect when you sell your house. I'll just put my disclaimer in there. We are not realtors. We're real estate attorneys. This video is for entertainment only. Okay, let's start. So for our example, I'm going to say our asking price is $200,000. And I'm going to assume it's an owner-occupied, which means that you are living in the house. If this was a second home or an investment property, or maybe something you inherited, the situation and the assumptions in our example will be different. A big thing will be the holding costs. Because you're living in the house, I'm assuming you're going to be paying rent or a mortgage somewhere else. But if you weren't living in the house, holding costs can be significant. It's hurt a lot of people trying to pay two mortgages and can't sell one house, or if you are forced to make payments on two houses, it gets old quick and can lead to a lot of financial problems. The main cost will be your mortgage payment, which is PITI, principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. You also have your utilities and upkeep, lawn maintenance, snow removal, if you need to pay someone to check in on the property. But again, for our example, we're assuming you're living in the house, so we're going to just call those zero. And we're going to sell it what people would call a conventional method. We're going to use a realtor. In Florida, we use title companies to close our properties. And I'm not going to hire an attorney because we're going to use all the standard forms. And you do need to hire an attorney for some reason. You know, it varies. It might charge you $300 just to review the documents. If you have to have them prepare the documents, better get out your checkbook. So the buyer's discount. Again, our asking price is $200,000, and in my experience, many people will not offer $200,000. They're going to always ask for less. And it varies. It depends on the seller's motivation, depends on the buyer's motivation, depends on the market, how much competition there is. For this example, I put 5%. So that'll be $10,000. Our selling price is going to be $190,000. So now we have the selling and closing cost. Again, our selling price is $190,000. We're using a realtor to sell a house. Real estate commission is 6% in my area. Could be a little bit lower, could be a little bit higher depending on your area. So 6% of $190,000 is $11,400. Closing costs, I put it at 3%. Again, it's going to vary depending on where you live. You're going to have your title search, title insurance, a settlement or closing fee. You might have document stamps, recording fees, again, attorney's fees, transfer tax. You might have to prepay taxes depending on when you close in the year. It adds up a lot. It's going to be spelled out in your contract who pays what. 3% of $190,000 is $5,700. Inspection gotchas. When the buyer does an inspection, you don't know what they're going to discover. It could be nothing or it could be a lot. Some of them might be something like a water heater needs replacing, or you have termites, you could have mold, water damage, roof repair, foundation, lead, asbestos, electrical and plumbing issues, HVAC. Could be anything, and again, it's going to depend on what your contract says, but generally it'll say that the buyer is responsible for either making these repairs before closing, or you might be able to give a discount to the purchase price, or not go through with the sale. But once these issues are discovered, then you have to disclose it to all future buyers. So it's not like they're just going to go away. And taxes. Again, because it's owner occupied and the selling price is $190,000, I put 0 because we're not going to have capital gains to worry about. But if this was a higher sale price home, or if this was an investment property, a second home, a property you inherited, you may have tax consequences, and you'll have to speak to your accountant about that. Again, for this example, I just put 0. So our cost to sell, $18,100. Let's summarize here. Our asking price, we asked $200,000. Buyer's discount is $10,000. Our cost to sell is $18,100. So our cash to seller, what you'll receive, $171,900. It's quite a bit different than what you were asking. It's about 15% less than what you're asking. And you might say, well, I'm going to just add 15% to my asking price. You may be able to do that depending on the market, but the buyer's lender is going to require them to get an appraisal. If the house is only worth $200,000, then you can't ask for more than that. The lender isn't going to lend on that, and most likely the deal is going to fall through. Hopefully you owe less than $172,000 you can afford to sell the house. One of the areas we specialize in is in creative financing and creative real estate investing. If you don't have any equity, or if you don't have enough equity in your house to sell it conventionally, there are other options for you. I wanted to take a minute and tell you a little bit about our company. SF Home Deals, short for South Florida Home Deals. That's where we're located. Although we do buy and sell property nationwide. We buy houses. We also offer affordable housing solutions for people looking to become homeowners. We are not realtors. We do not want to list your house. We can pay all cash or take over payments depending on your needs. There's many reasons why someone sells a house. These are a couple of them. Contact us and let us know how we can help you. Give you a free evaluation. Basically how that works is give us some information. We look at the property information and the market conditions, and we can generally get you an offer within 48 hours. You don't have anything to lose. It doesn't cost you a thing. Thank you for watching this video. Hope you got some information out of it. If you have real estate related questions, feel free to contact us. We have forms on our website, whether you're buying or selling, or if you just want to ask us a general question or comment. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's where we post our latest home deals and informational videos. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.